point, most of you have already seen it. Let's see. Commentary YouTuber John Swan. There's like 10 good YouTubers, and then the rest of them are terrible. Tweeted out this. Nah, Twitch streamers aren't real. There's no way, LMAO. All right, if you haven't seen this, I'm so fucking sorry.
Health insurance?
No.
Why?
Are you on your parents?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. What are you going to do?
I'm get my own.
How?
With my money.
How?
What do you mean?
How? Who do you call?
To get health insurance?
Yeah.
Someone who provides health insurance? What is this question? What do you mean? Are you saying because you don't know how?
I don't know how!
Why don't you ask Let's parents? Or your dad?
I come from a very Republican family. That if the
Dude,
and
you go to the doctor so I can't believe you don't have health insurance. I did not know
this
about
sounds
you.
like a lecture that I didn't expect.
I did not. You go so often.
I know, but I'm limited because I get really stressed because I don't have any resources and I get really confused. It's the same reason that I went to culinary school instead of normal college. No one prepped me. My family abandoned me. I didn't know. All of a sudden, everyone in junior year of high school is like, I got accepted into Harvard. I got accepted into MIT. And I'm like, wait, we were supposed to submit stuff? I had no clue. No one told me. Everyone forgot about me.
Okay, let's cover some stuff, shall we? Let's cover the context. Now, first of all, I don't know what to say about someone going to the doctor with no health insurance and paying out the fucking ass, because I got insurance and I still have like terrible copays, and I still have like I went to the doctor visit for like this thing that took them 10 seconds. I have to pay them $100, which is not fun, but at least I'm not paying the like original $5,000 or whatever that they would have charged me. So that is insanely terrifying. I could not imagine being in a position where
Still
I am
think
paying
Hassan
that
should
much.
have named his dogs as a smoker.
I agree. Named dog should have been Zaza. But I'm going to talk about a couple things. Okay? First of all, I want to talk about something very, very important. Okay? Defending cutie online isn't enough. I need a gun. I want to talk about something really quick. All right. Actually, before I get to that, well, no, it's fine. I don't like this like meta of Twitter or meta of the internet where people think it's funny or cool or cute to just be mean to people. I think it's very funny to be mean to shitty people. Okay? I think I will laugh every time I see a Keemstar meme. I will laugh every time with my whole chest every time I see every hotel got the Sneeko cuck chair. Because those people are shitty. Okay? They're shitty. They are bad people who spend their time online.
QT left a cult. Like, of course she doesn't know how to exist in the real world.
Weren't we just doing that with the clear eyebrow guys? He was literally shitting on women in this TikTok clip, bro. Again, a perfect example of making fun of people who deserve it. So I'm going to be honest, okay? I think making fun of shitty people who spend their time online making fun of other people, yeah, those people deserve it. They should get a little bit of their own medicine, all right? However, someone just sharing something and just admitting that, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to get insurance. I have no idea how to do that. And you see that and you mock that person? I don't like you. I don't like the type of person that you are. I don't like it. It's Kovo. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. So yeah. You should never flame someone for admitting they don't know something. A friendly laugh, sure, like Maya, but that tweet is just mean. Yeah, it's literally just mean. It's literally just rude. It's just being mean. Sorry, I want to cover something. Didn't QT come up with being a dick on Austin's show, so couldn't we say this is karma for all those years? I am very concerned about the fact that you sent this message, first of all. Second of all, if you saw anything about the Austin show, Raj Royales or whatever, everyone was playing a character. Everyone was in on it. Everyone was playing a character, including QT. And some people were playing asshole characters, but everybody knew that's what entertainment is. That's very different from genuinely being someone who makes fun of other people. Okay? Those are different. Those are very different things. If you thought what was happening on the Raj Royales was real, I can't imagine how gullible your life is. Like, you just walk around and you're like, someone tells you that like the sky is going to fall tomorrow and you're like, wow, the sky's going to fall tomorrow. That's crazy. She would message the girls beforehand to say she's going to play a character. And then she would message them after to say, sorry, I was playing like this asshole character. Okay. Everyone knew. Like, can you imagine watching XQC's Lover host and then unironically genuinely thinking that XQC and Extra Emily are dating now? It's a show. It's a show for entertainment, to be entertaining to Twitch viewers. It's just a show. And everyone knows that it's just a show. Okay? Dalton, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you. She like made friends with most of the people who were on the Raw show because they all knew it was fake. Okay? Reality shows are fake. Okay? So I wanted to say that really quickly. I wanted to just genuinely say that really quickly. Because I do think that that needs to be addressed. I'm not a fan of people who are just assholes to be assholes, especially when someone is being public about like not knowing something. You know? Someone is just, they're not hurting anyone. They're saying, I don't have insurance because I don't know how to get insurance. Help. And your response is to make fun of them and get them 14 million people have seen this. So, yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to be honest. And then she tweeted more about it saying, like, how her insurance works and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And
health insurance?
Sorry.
No.
Let me pause this. And I'm going to say two things. First off, I do think it is, like I said earlier, I think people are a little surprised because I think most people who go to the doctor frequently enough recognize that they have to get insurance. I can't imagine what my life had to have been like for me to end up at the point where I am going to the doctor as frequently as QT does and not getting insurance. But I have had a very different life experience. You know what I mean? And also, I think we all need to recognize health insurance in America is confusing on purpose. It's confusing. You are not a smart person because you knew how to use health insurance. You don't get a special award because you have health insurance. Congrats. You figured out part of your system. That's it. Wonderful. Excellent. Tudro, man, thank you so much for the 2 months. Thank you. You know, what QT has done online is harder than what half the people in real life will ever achieve in their lives. Okay? As a disabled, which was a bit jarring story here. Yeah. I do think it's very jarring for a lot of people. Is it insane? Sorry, am I crazy to find it insane that we never have any education on filing tax returns, sound investments, and different types of insurance? Yeah. Way more than half? I'm a 2-time cancer survivor and just don't get checkups anymore because I can't figure out how to get insurance. I understand her completely. My wife immigrated here to marry me from Austria, and I felt horrible when we realized we had no idea how to go about helping her get health insurance because I've always had it work through our system is terrible. And also, yeah, paying your dental is separate from paying other types of health insurance. Same thing with optic health insurance. So many wasted hours researching the insurance companies. Yeah. I might be laid off Thursday, and I was just thinking about how I had no idea how to get health insurance. And to be clear, a lot of people, by the way, a lot of people in the real world, literally in America, because our health insurance is so fucked, most people just wait until their job gives it to them. They enjoy Obamacare or whatever, and then they're like, well, I just need to go get a job, and then they'll give me insurance. And I don't want to have to think about it. Don't you have to have health insurance legally? No, you only have to have car insurance, I'm pretty sure. I'm a doctor and just don't have insurance when it's not work provided because it's a horrible deal if you want to purchase it on your own. Oh yeah, purchasing like health insurance on a marketplace is really bad. Yeah, it's not good. Yikes. Polite CH. What the fuck is that? Oh, is it in California you're required? You had to have it legally before because of the fine, but they removed the fine. In New York, okay, so it's state by state then. It's state by state. I don't think it's federal to have health insurance. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm completely mistaken. That requirement was kind of out of ACA chat. It's very expensive. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to discuss that for a second. I just wanted to say, I think a lot of the people who are like shitting on QT here, I bet half the people who like this tweet are getting insurance from their parents and have no idea how insurance works, or are getting insurance from their job and have no idea how insurance works. It's just that people online, they like to be fucking mean and rude for no reason, and they feel some type of moral superiority the second that they might be smarter than someone else. And it's very sad. It's very pathetic. To be clear, chat, and this is me trying to help out and be informative and whatever. She tweeted more about like why it's been confusing for her and why it's been difficult for her. I'm from Washington. All my primary care doctors are there, so I struggle because I live in Cali now and I don't want to get health insurance here since I don't want to go to my primary whenever I go home. I don't really plan on moving to Cali. It happened, so I've been in limbo. Let me know if there's an insurance that covers multiple states. Whenever I look into it, I get overwhelmed. So from my understanding, there are very, very, very few insurances that are multi-state. If you see this, QT, or anyone else in chat who is going through something similar, there are marketplaces in most states for health insurance. And generally, my best advice would be to Google health insurances available in California. There's a long list of them. There's like, what is it? Blue Shield, Kaiser Permanente. There's a bunch. Okay. A covered CA. Yeah. And you should pick one that is best for you. Okay. You should pick one that Anthem is another one. Yeah. You should pick one that works for you. So some people have reported that, I know Sabrina reported Kaiser Permanente was one of the worst healthcares she's ever had in her life. She had to go to like 10 different gynecologists and doctors, and that none of them said that she had an ectopic pregnancy. There are lots of different insurances that are worse, lots of insurances that are better. Kaiser, I don't recommend Kaiser. Yeah, Cigna's another one. And then, based on whichever insurance you like the most, you can just buy that one. Usually there's like if you're really lost, completely confused, there's usually a customer service line, and you can just call them and just be like, I need insurance. I don't have insurance. Please help me. And they're happy. They want to sign people up for insurance. They will help you. They're probably not going to give you a great deal. If you pay out of pocket and you're an individual in the marketplace, you're going to be a little fucked. I'm going to be honest. That's just the way that it is. But it's better to have some insurance than no insurance. Okay? When it comes to insurances, the best deal that you can get is, or like when it comes to, having to deal with insurance for two different states, your insurance should be the insurance of your place of residence. Your place of residence is wherever you are currently living, wherever you file your taxes, that sort of ordeal. When you file your taxes, where do you say that you live? If you say you live in California, you want insurance for California. Okay? And if you do end up having to go to doctors out of state, you're just going to have to pay that out of pocket. There are some doctors that are going to be in your network, and there are doctors that are going to be out of your network. You pick a network or like from the marketplace that you feel is most encompassing to you, that meets your criteria and that has like good reviews. And any doctors that are not in that don't allow for that insurance, those are the doctors you have to pay out of pocket. So that would be the best advice I could give. That would be it. Kaiser is pretty bad, but they actually have pretty good trans healthcare. Yeah, different insurances have some doctors that are better, some doctors that are worse, etc. The other advice I would give, chat, if you're like, no, okay, so what if I want to keep seeing this specific doctor? Great news. Call their office and tell them, what insurances do you guys accept? I want to keep going to you guys. What insurance do you guys accept? And then go through the list of insurances they give you and go and see which of these you actually like. That would be my best advice. That's probably the fastest way. The fastest way would be to call your doctor that you like to go to and ask them what insurances they have, and then do research. If they have like 10 insurances they take, just go through and be like, okay, well, this one doesn't have a good plan for this thing. This one doesn't have a good plan for this. This one looks pretty good, but it's a little expensive. Well, this one is this. And then you call that person. Let's say the company is like Ligma Insurance. You call Ligma Insurance and you're like, I want insurance. I want health insurance that gives me X, Y, and Z. How can I get this with you guys? And they will do the rest for you. It'll be like an hour on the phone. It's not going to be fun, but it'll work. Also, applying with disability, you have to live without an income for over at least a year. So sometimes it takes up to 8 years. Oh yeah, disability is like fucked in our country. You just explaining this makes me realize what a shit show our insurance is. Yeah, no, it's a complete mess. It's a complete mess. I think an HMO like Kaiser is best if you have simple needs. Go PPO if you need more. Yeah. For specifically out of area coverage, I would look for PPO plans that cover out of area or out of area coverage specifically. HMO and EPO plans typically will not. Keep in mind, PPO is more expensive, offers less protection from balance billing. I don't even want to get that complicated or complex or anything like that. I just want to go over like the very basics, because for a lot of people, they have like a source of stress when it comes to things they don't know anything about. For me, I am exactly like that. Like if there is something that I'm uncomfortable with, if there is a task that I am not, like, it is out of my comfort range, I will put it off indefinitely, basically. Like, for me, I have a lot of anxiety about phone calls. I've been getting better about it, but like, when I get a phone call from a number I don't recognize, I don't want to pick it up. I force myself to, but I don't want to. Or like calling doctor visits, I don't want to. Anything that, I finally figured it out, like last week, actually. It's a huge stressor point for me to have to start a task that requires me to be on the phone for an unknown period of time. I've only had to start picking up because the building I live at, the people who deliver mail constantly have to call me because they're like, hey, I'm outside the building. I have your package. And I'm like, are you, So I've been having to call because if I don't pick up, they leave like a little note and they're like, we missed you. And I'm like, no. So I've been picking up and that's what's been solving my problem. But no, for me, Brian David Gilbert has a good entertaining video explaining U.S. health insurance. Ooh. Let's see. Maybe we could watch this video together. Who knows? 30 minutes long. Oh, this guy. We'll see. It's great that you're covering this issue and sharing vital information on how to help people and forewarn them about how broken our healthcare system. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that is wrong with our system. A lot of stuff. And so the best advice I would give you is literally just see what if you are currently going to a doctor, just see what insurance they offer. Look through the different insurances, see what they provide, see which one you like most, and then just call them. Do you guys do this and this and this? Yes. Okay. How much would it cost me? Okay, great. I will call you back if I don't find a better offer. And then write down the information and then do the next one and the next one. It'll take you a few hours, but you'll get through it. And as someone who I fucking despise, I absolutely just despise doing stuff that's out of my comfort zone. I understand. I really do. I really, really do. Good luck. All I know is healthcare tourism is a hell of a thing for a bunch of US folks who come to EU. Find your local Department of Insurance. You can call them too. I love seeing half-watched contra videos on Denims YouTube. Listen, okay? Listen, okay? We should go to DC and not leave till they pass Medicare for all. Dude, seriously. The fact that sorry, I have a lot of issues with like our system, okay? I have a lot of issues with our system. I have a lot of issues. So yeah, this clip, I think that this is like, also, I'm going to say, I think this is a very humanizing clip. It's like, it's really frustrating because especially as a female content creator online, but just in general, content creators, when they have moments of humanity and they're just like, I'm lost. Our system is really confusing and it stresses me out. And I have a million other things on my plate. I think that that's very humanizing. And then when you don't ever have moments like that, moments of vulnerability, people do exactly what they do to Maya. Which the biggest criticism I've ever heard about Maya all the time too, and it's so fucked, is that she's like fake or something. And that she's a bitch. And it's like, you don't know her, little bro. You don't know anything about her. It's just that if you look informed, people just think you're trying to be a show off. And they think that like you're a stuck up and a prude or whatever. Whatever the fucking words are that they use. And if you don't, it's like, oh, look at the stupid streamer. Look at them. Meanwhile, they probably don't even understand. Maya Deadass just wants to go back to be a normal person. Terminally online, parasocial fanatics. Yeah. Literally what anyone on LSF says about pretty much any woman out there. Oh yeah, because it's so stupid. It's really dumb. Like for example, it's just that like the internet, it's not internet, but like the incels on the internet don't like confident women. The idea that human beings should just naturally know about these abstract esoteric systems or they're incompetent is really dumb and dehumanizing. Yeah. There's a reason I like never read LSF comments. Like there are like 2 LSF threads ever that I read and I was like, this isn't good for me. I'm not going to read these anymore. I'm not going to do that. But there's a lot of incels on the internet who they see like dumb woman and they're like, haha, I'm going to make fun of this. Haha. Look, she doesn't know this extremely complicated system that was lobbied to become more complicated so insurance companies could make more money. And if you're confident and you know stuff, you just get shit on. And it's like, I bet you think you're better than everyone else around you just because you're a pretty female. It's like, it's the same thing that they say about Pokey because Pokey is so well spoken and she knows how to deal with trolls really well. Everyone is so excited to shit on her because she's a confident woman. It's very sad. You're fucked either way. You know, you're fucked either way. I realize a lot of incels lose their shit over intelligent women because of their already misogynistic views. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna play the clip again in case anyone missed it. And I think that there's something wrong with this clip, and I think it's good. And I think our education system sucks. Okay? I think our education system is fucking ass, and you should leave college. You should leave high school knowing how to file your taxes. Or just understanding how taxes work. Because let's be real, you're not going to sit down and learn every tax law, but you should understand, oh, if I decide to go into self-employment, I have to pay 15% in taxes. So I should make sure to save that money. Because a lot of streamers don't know that. A lot of streamers get into streaming, they just spend their money when they get it, and then they're like, wait, I owe $5,000 in taxes. What do you mean? I don't have $5,000. Well, I don't have this money. And it's like, because you just get a flat 15% tax on any money if you are self-employed. But there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that people should know. There are like a set of like probably, if I was to pick a random number, I don't know, 30 tax rules you should probably know. You should know about investing. You should know the very basis of investing. Okay? You should know what a 1099 is. You know, like you should know those things. You should know those very basic things. Wait, is Twitch not considered your employer? I'm pretty sure technically on tax forms you write that like you work for Twitch, but you're still considered a like a contractor, I think. It's the same as Uber. If you're an Uber driver, you work for Uber, but you are self-employed. All school teaches you is to go to college. Yeah. And not even all schools, to be clear. Not even all schools. Independent contractor. Why do all your tax forms in America have so many numbers? Because everything in America has been super lobbied. Everything. But yeah, school should teach you how to do your taxes and should teach you the very basics of taxes. Like 1 week in class should teach you everything you need to know on like a day-to-day basis about taxes and like where to go for more information. So chances are if you make enough money, you probably should go to an accountant. But you should know whether or not to go to an accountant. A good friend of mine, she recently signed a contract. And in my opinion, the contract was a little bit predatory. A little. And there were just clauses in there that I didn't like. The wording was unnecessarily convoluted and complicated. It was very general and vague, which is not good in a contract. And I told her, I was like, okay, because we were both going to sign this contract. And I was like, I'm not going to sign this contract. I'm going to speak to a lawyer first. Because no, I got a lawyer, hired that lawyer, had them read it over, had them rewrite it, explained everything that I didn't understand. But I only knew that because I went to school for business. That's why I knew that. Because I took enough law classes, 2, technically 3, but the third one was like I had to take the course in one university, and when I transferred my credits, they were like, we're not accepting that course. So I had to take it again. Even though I got an A in the class. Just their requirements were like, no. We take transfers from this other university all the time. We don't take this course. So I've actually taken technically 3 law classes and then like philosophy classes, but those don't really count. And I will say, the only reason I knew that contract was predatory and that I needed to talk to a lawyer was because I've taken one basic class on it. And I'm like, I know that this is too complicated. Like, there are contracts I've signed where I can read them and I understand them perfectly 100%. But generally, if you can't understand what you're reading, if some of it is just really confusing, it's always worth it to pay a lawyer. Obviously, it depends on how expensive the lawyer gets, et cetera, et cetera. But I've had this privilege or whatever, right? And so in that same vein, sorry, there's like something on my phone. On that same vein, I definitely do think like schools should teach you about contracts because we get into contracts all the time. Schools should teach you about your taxes because it's something you're supposed to file every year. Okay? Schools should teach you about investing. You should know the bare minimum about investing. The fact that there are probably half of you in here who don't know what a Roth IRA is terrible. It's really bad. It's not good. You know? If you're not an American, I don't know if it's something that is applicable to non-Americans. I only know enough about America, okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't say anything. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Diggy? Thank you for the 10 gift subs, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Did you not have personal finance in high school? Nope. I took a finance class in university because I have a business degree, but what the fuck is a Roth IRA? But yeah. So straight up, I had ChatGPT help me with my taxes this year. The SVP collapse was how I learned none of my friends have a clue how insured deposits work. Learning about like, even like small things, like knowing that you can like, if you buy something outside, always use a credit card. Don't use a debit card. Because if you use a debit card and you lose that money, guess what? Your bank account isn't going to do jack shit for you. It's not. But your credit card, if you use a credit card in public and then you get scammed like $200 or whatever, you call them, you're like, I didn't verify this purchase, and they cancel it immediately. And then you're good. But like, think about stuff. It's like, it's stuff like that some people just don't know because you never get taught to know that, you know? Sorry, did I say NASA? People keep saying NASA. Did someone say, did I miss something? Did I misspeak? Oh, someone gifted a sub to NASA. Lemon, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to address a couple of chat messages. Okay, I'm going to address a couple of chat messages really quickly. First of all, this is true. TurboTax pays Congress people millions of dollars to keep it complicated. I also believe in 2021, over 90% of people audited by the IRS made less than $100K a year when millionaires and billionaires skirt without it by without an investigation. Now, I don't know about this factoid because I'm pretty sure this is not the case generally. My understanding is that the IRS doesn't really go after people who it would be more expensive for them to go after. In fact, generally speaking, if you ever file your taxes and you don't make a lot of money, don't worry about it. A lot of people are very stressed about it. And I see like joke tweets and stuff, but a lot of people are stressed that if they file their taxes wrong, they're just going to go to jail for forever. It's much similar to the scene in the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, where they look at your expenditures and they're like, a jukebox machine was purchased for your laundromat as a business expense. I'm going to assume you made a mistake and that this isn't fraud. I'll give you a week to fix this. Okay? Okay. If you make, even if you actually are putting things that aren't there, if it's a small enough amount of money, they're just going to tell you fix it within a week or a month or whatever. And you're good. They don't want to go after you for fraud. They don't. There was no spoilers. Don't worry. There was like not spoilers at all. And then here we go. There was this message that I wanted to respond to. What do you mean they are bad? A Roth IRA is not bad at all. It's just another version of 401k. I never said it was bad. I said it's bad that half the people in chat don't know what a Roth IRA is. I never said that they're bad. That's what? And then there's this perspective here. I agree. I used to agree with you, but that's basically the neoliberal point of view that normalizes people having to be responsible for things that the government should be providing. That's not what I'm saying. I never said that people should be responsible for this. I said, hey, because the government fucking sucks, you should know how to file your taxes. What are these chat messages, guys? What is this waffle pancake moments in chat right now? Okay? Hello? Hello?
Denims, I got married for the tax benefits. I filled my W-4 as married. Now I owe the IRS like $3,000 kek.
Oh, God. Chatter moment, yeah. Exatter's still not great. For FY 2021, odds of being audited have been 4.1 out of every 1,000 returns. Yes, but being audited doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get like destroyed or anything like that. Taxpayer with unbelievably high audit rate, 5.5 times virtually everyone else. We're locally minimum 5.5 times. Can you send me a source on that? I would love to read more about that, if that's like per capita or what. Lemon Pepper, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you. Okay. Of course, Polly. But anywho, yeah. So I'll play the clip one more time, and I just really want to stress that, first of all, why aren't we just being assholes to people? Second of all, your school should teach you this. Schools should teach you the very basics of this shit. I stand by my statement that like home econ classes are the worst thing to have like been eviscerated from modern society. You should know how to file taxes. You should know basic investing. You should know basic contracting. You should know very basic like cooking. Like the fact that there are people outside in the real world who they don't cook because they don't know how to, and they don't even know where to start. And they're just like, this just isn't worth the time for me, is insane. Even the fact that probably most people in chat here don't know how to reattach a button onto their shirt. You should know how to do that. You should know how to use a needle and thread. Like very, very, very basic stuff, like glue, right? Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Okay. But anywho, yeah. Goddamn, I feel attacked. Needle and thread. That's what mommy is for. Stop. Stop. And yeah, it's a failing of the government that like you don't have this, you know? And yeah, this is what I said earlier as well, and I want to reiterate it. Everyone online is waiting for their I am very smart moment. They love to call everyone stupid for not knowing something. I choose to believe that everyone's an expert at something. Yeah. To be fair, there are people like train wrecks that are bad at everything except for systems. Well, I guess he's good at something. He's good at saying the word systems a bunch of times. Okay. So yeah, you're right. Everyone is good at something. Okay. Everyone has their thing. You know, Aiden Ross is good at looking like a dumb fuck on the internet for views. You know, Keemstar, I don't know if he's like a gnome. I think he's like legally, I think he is the current title holder for best gnome on the internet. Like most gnome looking gnome on the internet. So everyone's good at something.